Let's take a quiet moment together. I'm Jacque, and this is Quiet English with Jacque. I'm very glad you're here today. Take a slow breath. And settle in. In today's story, we continue The Happy Prince by Oscar Wilde. This is part 4. Listen for the feeling of the story and the rhythm of English. You know, sometimes the greatest kindness comes when we give even though it costs us something. Snow covered the city now. The nights were longer and colder. The little swallow sat close beside the happy prince. He tucked his tiny wings tightly around himself. But still, he stayed. The prince looked quietly over the city. And then suddenly he spoke. "Little swallow," he said softly, "far below in the dark street, there is a little girl. She has dropped her matches into the water. If she goes home without money, her father will be angry. She is crying. She has no shoes, no coat." The swallow listened carefully. Then he looked at the prince with sadness. "But, dear prince," he whispered, "you only have one eye left." Well, the happy prince was silent for a moment. Then gently he said, "Please take my last sapphire to the little girl." The swallow lowered his head. "Then you will be blind," he said quietly. "Little swallow," said the prince softly, "please do as I asked." The bird's heart felt heavy, but once again he obeyed. Carefully, he removed the prince's final sapphire eye, and then he flew down through the snowy streets. The wind was bitter cold now. Snowflakes touched his wings. At last, he found the little girl. She stood alone near the corner of a dark street. Her hands were red from the cold. Tears rolled down her cheeks. "My father will be angry," she whispered to herself. "I have lost the matches." Very gently, the swallow dropped the sapphire into her small hand. At once, her face lit with surprise. "What a beautiful piece of glass," she said happily. And smiling now, she ran home through the snow. The swallow flew back to the prince. He was very tired now, very cold. "It is strange," he said softly. "The weather is freezing, and yet I feel warm inside." "Well, that is because you have done something beautiful," said the prince. Then the swallow looked up, and suddenly he realized something. Oh, the prince could no longer see the city. "You are now blind," whispered the swallow sadly. "Yes," said the prince quietly, "but you are still with me." The little bird was silent for a long moment. Snow drifted softly around them. Then finally he said, "I will stay with you, always." Have you ever noticed that love sometimes means staying beside someone, even during a difficult season? Quiet kindness can be one of the strongest things in the world. The city bells rang softly in the distance, and high above the snowy streets, the swallow rested beside the blind prince. If you'd like, pause for just a moment and picture the falling snow. The little girl smiling again, and the tiny swallow staying beside his friend. Thank you for listening to Quiet English with Jacque. This story reminds us that kindness often shines brightest in the coldest moments. I would truly love to hear from you. You can send me fan mail, leave me a message, or send me an email. Tell me, where are you listening from? A moment of kindness that you remember, or a short story you would enjoy hearing on the podcast. And if you are a writer or author with a quiet, meaningful story, a short story you would like me to read on Quiet English with Jacque, please reach out to me. I would love to hear from you. Your message or story suggestion may be featured in a future episode. In the next episode, winter grows even colder, and the swallow must make a final choice. Until next time, take care and God bless.